Oh yes, my dear customer, he is finally here! Luo Xiaohei is with us. Welcome back to Motherland Ursus, my dear customer. Today we have a very special item on display. It's none other than our beloved cat. We waited for him, and now we can now appreciate his splendor. Let me begin by telling you this, my dear. Today you don't have to worry about price, because our cat here is completely free. That is right, Xiaohei is a welfare operator, and you will be able to acquire him without spending a single penny. Have a close look here, my dear customer. Xiaohei's stats are quite on par with other 4-star guards. A nice attack to get past most enemies' defenses, and a good amount of HP to keep himself safe while holding a lane. If you consider his role as an AoE guard with his skill 1, he doesn't have as much HP as Estelle, but that is good enough for Xiaohei, because he has a hidden trick. Yes, my dear customer, Xiaohei can indeed act as an AoE guard because his first skill makes him attack multiple enemies equal to his block count. And not only that, he also increases his range to the 4 adjacent tiles, and his ASPD by 40. But his survivability is not completely neglected. By no means, my dear. Xiaohei gains 45% physical dodge while this skill is active, and you don't have to worry about duration either, because this skill is a stance skill. Just like Mountain, Xiaohei gains the benefits of the skill for as long as you want. You only need to wait for the first charge, and the skill only costs 10 SP. Of course, my dear customer, this being a stance skill means Xiaohei is not the same before activating it. And here comes a huge revelation. Tighten your belt, my dear, because Xiaohei is not really a cat. Oh, you are here too, my dear customer? Yes, Xiaohei has a human form, which is his original form. For more details, I recommend checking the animation The Legend of Luo Xiaohei. You will find it very refreshing, I am sure of it. Indeed, my dear, Xiaohei is not only a cute cat coming to Arknights, but he is also a collab character, just like 9-Colored Deer, from a Chinese animation. I have to say that I learned to love his Chinese voice after watching the entire show. But the important part for now is that this is the appearance Xiaohei will have when you first deploy him. And not only that, this is also his E2 art. So if you want a cat as your assistant, you simply have to leave him in his E0 art, and you will have all the nyans and meows you want. Oh, you are right, my dear customer. While in his cat form, Xiaohei cannot speak like a human. You might not understand what he's saying, unless he wants you to, or you understand meow somehow. But let us continue. Have a look, my dear customer. Xiaohei's skill 2 is what you would expect from a lord. Increased attack, increased targets, and a special effect. When attacking an enemy with less than 50% HP, Xiaohei deals an additional hit ignoring 200 defense. That might not sound like much, even more when his attack modifier is only plus 70%. But I guarantee you, my dear, ignoring 200 defense is more than enough to make or break a deal. And I should reinforce this. Yes, Xiaohei has the usual lord trait of dealing reduced damage on ranged attacks. And yes, he does lose the trait effect during his skill 2, but his skills do not deal arts damage. He is a completely physical damage lord. Better to know now than to be lost later. My dear customer, Xiaohei might not have the shiniest skills we've seen before, but he has something very special in his talent. My dear, are you familiar with Saga? Yes, our hungry dog or monk girl who runs around screaming "Aburage!" and "Natto, go home!" Besides being a precious girl, what does Saga have that no one else does? That is right, my dear customer, you are so smart! Saga has the ability to leave enemies critically wounded, a state achieved by receiving little damage from Saga, but staying alive at 1 HP and becoming unblockable. Critically wounded enemies can be killed by allies to gain a bonus of 2 SP. The thing is, my dear customer, Saga isn't the only one who can do that anymore. Xiaohei can do it too. Now 4 stars have an SP battery. It's not the most powerful SP effect in the game, but it is something amazing nonetheless. Just be careful to not leak wounded enemies. It can happen. And of course, different from Saga, who has a skill capable of finishing off wounded enemies, Xiaohei can't do it. He has no way of making use of the extra SP himself. There is still a little bit more important information about the cat to be said, my dear, about his base skills. Xiaohei isn't very impressive here. He has a 50% byproduct chance when creating mats that cost 8 mood, and his second skill makes any recipe that costs 4 or more to cost 1/4 of that. So basically, you have a very mass skill capable of producing a lot of expensive mats at once. I would not recommend using it, but it is all up to you, my dear customer. Maybe you don't need to worry about byproducts and all you want is to click 12 big rocks at once, without feeling the guilt of having no one helping you. If that applies to you, my dear customer, he is a fine choice. I hope this little kit got you excited, my dear. We should get the paperwork out of the way with your like and your subscribe, so that you can take home your new cat. And don't forget to tell me what you think of Xiaohei in the comments on your way out. But if you don't need anything else, I hope everyone has a very nice day. Peace out.